Welcome to the Talking Diaries podcast featuring Dr. Louis Koster with John Kremer.
You talk about thought arising creates the illusion of duality, as if there's something separate from me to react to. And experiencing what arises exactly as it is dissolves the illusion of the perceiver, thereby voiding the arising from the experience of duality. I thought that was an interesting observation of what happens as you allow for the totality of what arises.
Yes, it's extremely interesting what you highlight here. Actually, this morning, in my preparation of our conversation, I was reading that part of the diary. And I had this very interesting, it's this very powerful insight. Since I asked myself the question, why is it? Why is it that when I allow for what arises, like my thoughts, and they create a sense of duality, as in there is the experience of the perceived and the perceiver, there is the experience of I have a thought or I have this experience of something. Why is it that when I experience, like in this process of allowing, when I experience duality exactly as it is, that dissolves the illusion of the thinking? I'm no longer taking it so seriously, and I stop identifying with whatever it is that it is telling me. And I thought, that is so curious. It is true, that is my experience, that is what is happening, but why is that? Or how is that? Or what is it about that sets me free from the illusion of the thinking? And then I realized that when I experience duality exactly as it is, then I return to a place of undivided attention. So, and I thought that is such a incredible insight into this process of allowing, and how that then sets me free from this compelling nature at times of the thinking that tells me all kind of things, and then there's a tendency to identify with whatever it is that it is telling me. And then this process of allowing for the totality of it and then experiencing it exactly as it is, then what happens is that I then return to a place of undivided attention, which is a place of being. So then I have set myself free, so to speak, from the duality of the thinking. The spell is broken. And that is I find that an amazing insight, since it gave me another insight in the deception of the thinking, which is it tells me when a thought comes up that I don't like, so let's say, that I need to engage with it, I need to solve it, I need to bring it to a resolution, I need to undertake action. But the very fact of that engagement keeps me more in the duality of the thinking, which then keeps me further away from my true awareness of being. While, on the other hand, if I have the courage and to do this counterintuitive thing called allow for the totality of it, and then experience whatever arises in my consciousness exactly as it is, then I return to a place of undivided attention, where I'm free, where I'm myself. So that tells me a lot about the nature of an illusion, the deception of it. It wants to grab my attention. And then I find myself, you could say, with a sense of being entrapped in the thinking, whatever the thought is. And for one person, that is something else than for another person, or it might be at different moments of the day, or whatever that is. But then in our effort to wrestle ourselves out of it, we get more of it, and we are then further removed from our true sense of self. While salvation, so to speak, is found in the ability to just let it be. But not just let it be, like, oh, I just let it be, but to let it be to the extent of having the capacity and the courage to experience it exactly as it is. In that moment, attention returns to a place where it is undivided. And then, therefore, the world as I experience it is undivided, which is the world of being, which is the sense of being yourself, where there is no object of experience. Another way of talking about it is that is a state of non-duality. So I thought that that gives, and sometimes it's just helpful or it's just great to have a little bit of an understanding of something that is so elusive, an insight that makes sense of something that's working. There was the question that I brought this morning to my preparation, like, why is this working? Why is it that it is working when I do this counterintuitive thing to allow for what I absolutely do not like as part of my experience? But when I allow for that, something happens that sets me free from it. And this is what it is. I then pierce through the illusion of the thinking, realizing that the solution is not found in anything that I'm experiencing. The solution is to experience it exactly as it is, which has me return to a place of undivided attention. And that's a place where I'm free. Free to be myself.
Thank you for listening to the Talking Diaries podcast featuring Dr. Louis Koster. For more information, check out louiskoster.com/Talking Diaries and subscribe to the Talking Diaries YouTube channel. Also, check out louiskoster.com/quiz and take the free quiz to discover more about yourself.